Well, welcome back to Good Day Columbia. Timer now is 8:42, and the South Carolina Department of Social Services, they have a number of events you need to know about and also some interesting statistics for you. Joining us now is Connelly-Anne Ragley, a Chief External Officer for the agency. Thank you so much for being here.
Good morning. What a joy to start our day this Thursday.
You're right about that. I mean, there's so much that you all are doing for the betterment of the people of South Carolina. Let's start off with this first. June is known as Family Reunification Month. What exactly does that mean?
Sure. So in June, and not just in this month, but we celebrate this all year long.
Yeah.
When children, unfortunately, cannot safely remain with their parents or caregivers, they come into foster care. And in June, we celebrate family reunification. Imagine that foster care is just a temporary situation, that we as a state and as a community want to strengthen families. We want to invest in them. We want to encourage them. And the ultimate goal for foster care is always reunification, unless there are some extreme cases of torture for children. But state and federal law really require us to try to reunify that family. And so in June, we celebrate that. And so far in 2026, the South Carolina Department of Social Services has already reunified safely 563 children with their parents or caregivers.
Rick, that's a big number, over 500.
Sure. And so, we look at trends. Of course, we have less children in foster care in total. If you were to look back about 4 or 5 years ago, we're down about 1,400 children in foster care. And that's because of community engagement. That's because of good case practice and good services available to families. So eventually, we want that reunification number to be low because that means there'll be less kids that enter the foster care system in the first place. And one thing to share with you is, not just in South Carolina, but across the country, prevention is really the ticket. What if we're able to help families on the front end before abuse and neglect ever happens? That is how we improve child welfare in South Carolina.
You're right about that. Going from children, now we're going over to our seniors. There is a program that is back to help them with their dietary needs.
Yes, so it kicked off on June 1st, and it is one of our most popular programs every year. It's called our Senior Farmers Market Nutrition Program, and this allows qualified senior citizens to receive $50 worth of free vouchers to go and shop at local farmers markets and farm stands, because we know that, I know for your diet and my diet, sometimes getting those fresh fruits and vegetables or getting access to them
can be difficult.
Can be a challenge, and we know that eating healthy can be expensive.
Oh, yes.
And so one of the things that we do is we work with this. This is a U.S. Department of Agriculture program. So not only is it putting great fresh fruits and vegetables that are grown in South Carolina in these senior citizens in their they're on their tables and helping out with their monthly food budget. It's also helping our farmers here in South Carolina, because we know that agribusiness is one of the top, if not the top, businesses in South Carolina. I think the tourism folks might argue that point back a little bit, but really it's a win-win, because we know that the cost of food, the cost of living is increasing, and this is one of our most popular programs. I get a phone call every year when it starts getting warm in March from a sweet little lady in the upstate wanting to know when we're going to do those vouchers. But we've got a lot of information about that on our website at dss.sc.gov. We've got some great partners in the Midlands that help us distribute those, including Senior Resources right here in Richland County. And
before we go, there is also an event taking place tomorrow. It's so sad we have to talk about it. Elder abuse?
Yes. We've covered a lot of topics this morning, and we have a lot of program areas at the Department of Social Services. We serve 1 in every 6 South Carolinians. But June 15th is World Elder Abuse Awareness Day, and also in June. And so each year we host a World Elder Abuse Awareness Walk at the Department of Social Services. It's going to kick off tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. It is a 1-mile walk that we do not only with our DSS professionals, but with also our community partners, folks like from the Attorney General's Office, SLED, the Department on Aging, the AARP, lots of different groups, really to bring awareness, because senior citizens and vulnerable adults, they need help, they need protection. But most importantly, they're adults. They have a right to self-determination, and we have to hear their voices. And so a lot of times abuse and neglect of senior citizens or elder abuse It could be financial, it can be coercion, it can be holding them against their will, it can be intercepting their funds, not to mention that physical abuse, that sexual abuse, that assault. And so really this is a community driven event where we can all come together to raise awareness about elder abuse in our state.
We're going to have all that information on our website. Connelly-Anne Ragley, thank you so much for being here this morning. We appreciate it. Stay with us. There's more Good Day Columbia coming up after the break.